A historic chapter closes, President Emmerson Mnangagwa's resignation date announced by Speaker Jacob Mudenda. In what can only be described as a moment that will be etched into the annals of Zimbabwean history, the winds of political change have swept through Harare once again. A calm but electrifying air surrounded Parliament today as Speaker Jacob Mudenda stood before the House, holding a letter that sent shockwaves across the nation and beyond. President Emmerson Mnangagwa, often referred to as the crocodile, has officially set his resignation date, signaling the end of an era that began in 2017 following the dramatic exit of Robert Mugabe. Before we dive into the details of this breaking story, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button on our channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single update. We are bringing you verified, compelling content that matters, especially when moments like these rewrite the political playbook. With the weight of the nation on his shoulders, Jacob Mudenda read the contents of the resignation letter aloud in a session marked by both tension and reflection. The announcement of Mnangagwa's upcoming departure comes at a time when the political atmosphere in Zimbabwe has been brimming with speculation, unrest, and growing calls for leadership transition. Although the exact reasons behind Mnangagwa's decision remain under wraps, inside sources suggest a mixture of internal party pressure, citizen dissatisfaction, and long-term succession planning may have all played a role. The ruling party, ZANU-PF, is expected to hold an extraordinary Congress to decide the future course, and potentially, the next leader of the country. The resignation date has now been made official. President Mnangagwa will step down on the 31st of October 2025. That date will now be remembered as the end of his presidency, which began after the famous military-assisted transition that led to Mugabe's resignation 8 years ago. Mnangagwa's time in office has been filled with both promises and controversies. Many had hoped that his leadership would bring about a second republic, one that would open new democratic spaces and economic revival. While some reforms were initiated, critics argue that challenges such as inflation, unemployment, and political restrictions have persisted, leaving the nation divided in its opinion of his legacy. Inside Parliament, emotions were mixed. Some members of Parliament nodded solemnly, acknowledging the gravity of the moment, while others appeared visibly relieved, hopeful for a new dawn in Zimbabwean politics. Outside, citizens gathered, some in quiet observation, others in cautious celebration, unsure of what comes next but eager for a brighter future. This is a pivotal time for Zimbabwe. With questions swirling around the possible successors, whether it will be a rising figure within ZANU-PF or a surprise candidate from the opposition, one thing is certain: the next few weeks will be politically charged, historically significant, and closely watched by the entire world. As we cover this developing story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest, most accurate, and most engaging updates. We are committed to keeping you informed every step of the way as Zimbabwe moves toward a new chapter. In conclusion, President Mnangagwa's resignation announcement marks not just the end of his leadership but the opening of a critical transition for the nation. Whether this leads to deeper democratic reform or further political reshuffling will depend largely on how the government, the opposition, and the people respond in the coming weeks. The spotlight is now on Zimbabwe, and history is once again being written. Stay tuned, stay informed, and as always, thank you for watching.